roll up, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest podcast on earth. Step right up and experience the magnificence that is the Two Ring Circus podcast. You'll gasp, you'll laugh, and you'll be amazed at what comes next.
Amazing.
Don't worry about the smell. It's just the stars of our show, Tom Italiano.
It's me.
And Matt Bradshaw.
Yep.
Welcome.
G'day, mates.
Hey, buddy. How you going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Greetings from Tamworth for a second time in 2 weeks.
What the hell are you doing up there?
I am singing lots of music, occasionally getting on stage with people and singing a song.
Oh, you've got a cup too.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you have
Mine's got.
Do you have your own coffee press? Oh, that's yours is cuter than mine.
What? Yeah. What have you got?
Well, this is a jet boil. Have you ever used a jet boil?
As if I've ever used anything.
So this is one of those camping stoves. If you take the bottom off here, and you can attach the fire to the bottom.
Shut your face.
No, I'm not going to. That's the whole point of the podcast.
I'm
And
trying to see around the other side of it.
so, see this little bit on the front here, which is yellow. That signifies that there is hot liquid.
That's what she said. Oh yeah, right.
That signifies that the liquid inside is hot. It has boiled. And I'm just using this as a coffee plunger at the moment.
As a coffee plunger.
Yeah, there's a plunger option. So you can boil water and cook stuff in it. But you can also, it comes with a little attachment to plunge coffee. So whenever I go away anywhere, I take that and make coffee.
Okay, you're amazing.
I do.
That was Domza's gadgets.
Oh, that was, yeah. The jet boil was really good.
Fuck it. We missed. That was a missed opportunity.
Back in time gadgets. I find now most hotels you stay at have a coffee plunger in the room, but certain places like Airbnbs and whatnot don't. So.
Okay. I just got a message, which meant that my phone vibrated because I'd forgotten to switch it to silent, which meant it slipped off its precarious tripod arrangement.
Brilliant.
Where I have 2 stacks of CDs and my phone between them propped up against the Book of Rock.
I love it.
Yeah. Little glimpse behind the curtain there. Actually, I'll show you all.
Oh.
Look.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Rock on. CDs. See, that's why...
Thank you, David Essex. I know, I thought as soon as I said it.
That's why you should never get rid of CDs, folks. You never know when you're going to need them during a Skype call.
Do you... have you still got all your CDs?
Oh, yeah. I've even bought CDs this week. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, but that makes sense. I had an idea that you got rid of them all, so that must have been someone else.
It must be someone else. I, even 4 or 5 weeks ago, now I've moved house and I have a smaller room for music stuff. I only have one bookshelf, like the one you can see in Matt's room behind him. He has a shelf with CDs on it. I used to have 3 of those and now I only have 1. So I have had to put lots of CDs under the bed.
Yeah, right. Under the bed downtown.
Yeah. It's where I put the CDs, under the bed downtown.
Where I put CDs.
But under the bed downtown in a box so I have access with ease.
That's all right. Which is a neat segue into my next question.
Yeah.
And talk about a song a week for 52 weeks.
Oh, I've got some 4 in the bag, mate. Ready to go.
And is it funny? And therefore a heartbreaker?
No, I might still get the funny one out. The funny one's called Put Your Fucking Phone Away.
Tudor?
Close. Just when you're at a music festival, you observe and notice in your own behaviour how everything in your world revolves around it. Like it's your watch, it's your calendar, it's your contact with the rest of the world. It's where have I got to go next because I bought these tickets and I don't know where to go. So it's my orienteering device. It's so interesting to, and then there's, so I've met a bunch of people who are solo artists who are here by themselves, and there's no one there to take video footage of them for, they might want to capture something or say I was playing here, and so I've been taking little 30-second snaps of people, and then I'm just one of those dicks that's in the front of the fucking room, video something like. I mean, at least I'm not actually doing it for I don't know, whatever reason people do that for.
Well, because they think that they've been to see Elton John and they film the whole show for all intents and purposes. They stand there in front of you with their phone up, because they think they're gonna watch it back.
They won't.
Which they because it sounds terrible and he's a dot on the stage.
Yeah,
it defies comprehension. Because that. I mean, maybe you're seeing someone film something for the first time and then they go back and they watch it and realise it's shit and therefore never do it again. But that's actually pretty unlikely. The people who do that sort of stuff at concerts are serial offenders who surely somewhere along the way the thought process is, this is just a waste of time and effort. My arms get sore, my phone gets full, and I never look at it again. Stop that. Just stop it. Stop it. Write a script.
Yeah. It is really interesting, and I mean that. I know I say it's interesting all the time about everything. I am interested when I say it's interesting. But I do think it's interesting that we use that technology for everything, and how therefore it infiltrates things that it shouldn't. But just because it's so it's like the fifth appendage, and very much the lens that we see the rest of the world through. So we take in all our information, it's like I said, it's our email and it's our ticket booking device. It's our map to get to the gig, for example. It's our chat with your partner when you're in a different part of the world, FaceTiming. It's all of the world comes through our screen. Ironically, even almost everybody who would watch this watches it on their phone or their iPad.
Sure.
And so it's the lens that we see the world through almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And particularly the social aspect. So I get why people feel the way to view something is through their screen and hey, Elton John. I get it, but it is really hard to empathize with people who take it that far all the time.
Yeah. Of course, there's probably 2 updates ago for Apple, there was the screen time calculator.
Yes, and I haven't turned it on. Yeah.
Haven't you?
No, I don't know if it's on. I don't know where it is. I only remember you mentioning it.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, but I haven't looked at it
because
myself.
In a similar sort of part of the conversation, that we use our phones for everything. I mean, I certainly use it as my direction finder and time management insofar as direction finding. Like, I use it to get to every gig I do, like from home to Crown, from home to St Kilda, from, everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I'll get a report at the start of the week that will say something helpful like your phone usage was down, 17% from last week. Your average was 7 hours a day. It was what? Fuck.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Which is terrifying when you.
Well, that's what I mean.
I mean, I quantify that with the fact that I use it's open,
Yeah.
fucking sometimes 3 hours in the car, just in the car.
100%.
Because I'm watching YouTube clips as I drive.
That's exactly what I do.
I'm joking, Mr. Law Enforcement Officer.
But I do find that...
Miss.
Or miss. Isn't it implicit? Even when it comes to write... Because, of course, the song has to go, I've noticed this about the world, I've noticed this about the world, and then when you notice me using my phone like that, it's like, please tell me to put my fucking phone away. That's how the song's going to end up.
Sure.
But it's actually hard to write it because... And it needs to be funny, which I'm not... I'm not experienced with writing funny things. I'm great on the cuff like this, clearly hilarious. Not even off the cuff, on the cuff. I don't know if you noticed it.
Oh, I noticed.
So it's actually hard to write a cultural observation song without being an asshole.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes a trick, and I'm not sure how to do that. So as an exercise, which is what I want this little project of mine to be, it's going to be interesting to see how many weeks it's going to take me to write this song.
Gotcha.
Might take me another 47 weeks to write this song.
Understood.
Yeah.
But number 4's in the bag.
Yeah, number 4's in the bag. I was at a gig. I've latched on to this guy, Kevin Bennett, who is a bit of an Aussie music legend. He was in Moving Pictures for a while.
Right.
After What About Me, but before the band ended.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've kind of latched on to him. He's awesome. And he told me to meet him at this Guitar Slingers Day. So all these like gun guitar players in Tamworth put on just basically a country guitar shred afternoon. And I got there and he said, I've told them that you're here and that you're going to get up. Because he's that kind of guy that would just, just gets up.
Right.
He's the kind of guy that just gets up with everyone anyway, and sings. Great singer. And he said, just do a blues or something. I was like, I fucking don't know any blues things. I thought, what could I do? I didn't end up getting up because he left. I was like, great, that's my reprieve. And then I watched another couple of songs, and I was that jazzed by watching what I was playing. I was like, I'm going to go home and write a blues song. So if anyone says, get up and do a blues, it's like, okay, it goes like this, and the chord, and then I put more chord change in it like an idiot. Someone's trying to call me.
You've gone away.
Someone's trying to call me. Assholes. Are you there?
Oh.
Someone was calling me. Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stay away. You can't, yeah. Of course. And now you've gone. Now you've gone away. Where are you now?
Where are I now?
There you are. Beautiful. Yeah, so there I wrote a song yesterday, like 25 minutes. This whole like being around music kind of thing, songs just falling out of the sky, it seems to actually be true.
Songs falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so...
Well, that's exciting, man.
Yeah, so, 4 weeks in. That's a month in. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was concerned.
Yeah. Were you?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it's 4 weeks in, but it doesn't mean that week 5 is going to be easy. So.
No, sure, but you love a project.
I do love a project, and it, so far it is doing what I wanted it to do, which is kind of.
You just live Siri'd me.
Oh, what did I do?
I said project, and you said project.
Oh, I think I said project. I don't say project.
Hey Siri, skip back that podcast 5 minutes. Jumping back 5 minutes. Fuck you! I said skip. Why would you? All right then, fine. Project. See if I care. You say potato, and I say potato. Oh, I'm sorry, I never heard the song. I only ever just read the lyrics.
Oh, tomato.
It's a tomato, potato.
I wonder if the original lyrics have above the words how they should be pronounced.
I can't read phonetics.
I can't wait for this.
No.
The next sentence. I think it's fanatics, Matt. I think it's fanatics.
Fanatics.
Hey, that happened.
Anyway.
That actually happened today. Kat's off sick, and she's going to the doctor. And I said, which doctor are you going to? And she said, I've got the Irish one today. And let me see if I can just find. She said, I don't know how to pronounce her name because she's got one of those like Aoife kind of names.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's still
Spell
yeah.
Heifer.
Yeah, it's odd. Brilliant. So the name is Eithne.
Of course it is.
I said, I think it's like Anya. And she goes, no, it's not Anya. And then there was another pronunciation which was Athne. She said, "Oh, Athne, yeah, that sounds about right." I said, "Yeah, it's like a New York Anthony." Anthony. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that went over well with the doctor too.
Well, at least I can say this long distance relationship I'm having with Kat is getting us to talk 4 or 5 more times a day than we usually would.
Oh, dude.
It's really nice. Had a great experience yesterday watching her on FaceTime try to chase the chicken around the backyard to try and get it back in the chicken pen. With a broom around the backyard.
The chicken pen, you say?
Yeah.
Ah.
What would you call it?
Well, I don't know. I hope it's a convertible coop because I'm a convertible duck.
Very good.
Isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it a coop?
I feel
Pig pen, chicken coop.
Maybe. I don't.
Okay.
I'm sure these things are interchangeable. Surely.
Oh.
Maybe a pen doesn't have a roof over it.
Maybe.
It's just
I've never heard. It's a chicken run, isn't it?
Well, it is if it's a run, but a run, I would assume, is a long, thin, enclosed passage.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. I want to explore this further. Maybe not now. Maybe just quietly by myself. Oh, okay.
All right, there you go. There's a project for next week for us.
You fucking... Why, I oughta... I was with my girls last week. No, actually, it was when we were in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And one of them said something... not smart, but not smart arsey, but smart arsey.
Right.
Like, funny.
Yeah.
And I said, why I oughta... And Ali said, what? Why do you say that? And I said, well, it kind of comes from, like, old school comedy days. There was a show called The Honeymooners, and Jackie Gleason used to threaten to punch his wife to the moon. And she said, what?
Brilliant.
I said, oh, yeah. No, it's inappropriate. Why I oughta... Anyway. So she started saying it to me now. And this is how domestic violence gets propagated through the generations. It's my fault.
Well, of all of the ambiguous things that you've ever said, that's definitely the most true.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
I was trying to be smart-assy. Maybe it didn't come across well.
Why
Oughta? Yeah, very good.
I've had some fun gigs with Geordie in your absence.
That's good. I would hate
filling in for you. It's been fun.
I would hate for them not to be fun for you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Do I have a job when I get back, or has it been so fun that someone's going to have a conversation with me?
No.
Okay.
No. It's not like when I went away and Geordie filled in. You knew what I was going to say, didn't you? I saw your face.
Hilarious.
We did see one of the big bosses from Jackpot last night when we were playing at the pub.
Okay. Yep.
Who said, where are you playing tonight? I said, we're over at the pub. Why aren't you at Jackpot? It's because you didn't book us there. Mate, if you're available, I'd have you there all the time. Fucking book me there all the time then. Right, 7 nights a week it is. Great. book me 7 nights a week. I'm there.
That's so not.
Because you've got your other gigs that you've got to do. No. I'll drop all those and come play here 7 nights a week, mate. Go on, sort it out. Nah. Come on. I know you've got other stuff to do.
But you would play there every Tuesday, Wednesday.
Jackpot?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck I would.
Of course you would. That's all right.
It's hilarious.
I love it.
It was completely fucking bent on Sunday. Like, it was the most bent it's been.
I love that Sunday gig.
Time.
Yeah, it's weird.
Finishing at 2 o'clock in the morning is madness. If only for the fact that there are still people there. Fuck off home.
Yeah, it's too late.
Idiots. Stop it.
But as I said, when they moved the times, because it was originally midnight finish, and then they moved it to 1, and then they moved it to 2. It's like we lose money when we don't have music in the room, and so they started putting the afternoon act on because they didn't have one of those before. So they've got music pretty much for 8 hours straight. And poor old Geordie's like, well, why can't we do the afternoon one? I said, because the gig starts at 5:30 and I don't finish my other one until 5:30. So
5:30, yeah. I stayed close by Crown a handful of weeks ago when I had an early flight the next day and walked back through. So I did my late gig and left my car at Crown, stayed around the corner, came back the next morning to pick up my car. I guess it was maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, can't remember. But there were people at the poker machines.
All day, every day. Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And now I don't know if that means they've been there since Jackpot closed at 2 the night before, or if they've got there at 7 a.m. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, it just it highlights to me many things, but one of the weird ones that it highlights is there really are that many people in the world. There are so many people in the world that have their own story, which is so far removed from your story. And you just kind of go, wow, I empathise quite well, and my imagination's pretty good, but what the fuck? I mean,
yeah. And it's not. I mean, certainly for me, and I think for you too. It's by no means a judgment call. It's just looking at it and thinking, wow, really?
Yeah, it's what I also think when I see it is I feel like there's a lot of lonely people because I don't see people in groups of 4 or 5 having a good old time. I see people who clearly want to go somewhere away from where they live, which they may be by themselves where they live, to at least be around people, even if there's no interaction. But
yep,
you I imagine from my own experiences influencing this statement that it's nice to be out in the world and just be surrounded by other people that look as kind of by themselves as you are, and then you kind of there's this like connectedness to no one but everyone the situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which of course when you're blessed not to feel like that is all the more fucking depressing to see.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think for me it highlights that it takes. Yeah, that we live in a very, very, very complex world that we only in our own experience scratch the surface of what we can understand.
Yeah. Yes. I looked down. Not just then, but just before. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I'm allowed to look down,
Well,
are you being beset by midgies?
I've got a fly in here that's flying around. Yeah.
Name him.
Well, I think flies should be called arseholes.
Oh.
Because basically, if you're trying to be well behaved, you say there's a fly here, but when you're by yourself and you're not filming a podcast with your mate, you just call it the fucking arsehole.
Oh, dear. No, I looked down and one of the CDs, in fact, the topmost CD, is The Spilt Milk by Jellyfish.
Great.
Yeah.
I love them. I can't believe it took me all this. But then again, do you know what? Hey, let me tell you a Kasey Chambers story. Like, biggest legend I've met in a long time. Like, awesome human being.
Nice.
But some people don't like her voice, right? In fact, many people will express that. Other people love it, right? For me, it was I like I like Bob Dylan's songs, but I don't really like Bob Dylan's voice. And for me, it was just like, well, I can clearly hear that Kasey Chambers has great songs, but I could give or take the voice. However, in this thing that we did, have I told this story already?
No.
Okay.
No. You posted a picture of her doing the thing.
So she came and spoke to us at Academy, and then we got in a big, huge circle, and she stayed as long as it took for everyone in the whole circle to sing a song. Like, so 30 odd songs. And so I kind of went to pick up my guitar, and there was really not much of a space left, except for directly opposite her, which would have been probably 15 metres away from her. So, like, big huge circle in this room. I was the direct opposite side. She was directly in front of me. And she started singing. And I went, that's it. So she grew up on the Nullarbor with a travelling family that used to sit every day, like, around campfires, and their gigs were without a PA. Like, she had learnt that kind of, like, Dolly Parton-ish mountain singing, which is the vocal tone is meant to cut across the room, which without a PA. And from where I was, it was amazing. Like, you could hear all the nuance, like the vibrato, how it was controlled and then wild, just depending on what part of the song. There was a voice that wasn't meant for a microphone stuck in front of her face. A style of singing. And it was really cool because I was in that situation where I was like, oh yeah, she just spent 2 hours telling us about her childhood and how she grew up, playing music with her dad, and this is a situation. And then immediately I heard her sing the way she had described her life growing up, learning how to sing, and I was in the right spot for it. Like, I was at the other side of the fire, like if there was a little campfire in the middle of it, and it was. So I've seen her sing a couple of times since, and I've always gone kind of as far back as I can, because, like, there's a point where it absolutely, with a mic and a PA, where it absolutely just is that sound. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, right.
And this kind of time away and up here, I've spent most of the time going to see music. It's been really nice to not be on stage and to be a music fan. And find subtleties in people's performances and songwriting that you don't get to do when you do it as a job, and you don't get to go to gigs very often. Yeah, really cool. And she's that kind of person that meets you once, and then the next time you see her 2 weeks later, she walks into a room and goes, "Oh, hey, nice to see you again." Like, she's a legend in Australian country music. But one of the reasons she's a legend is because she's a legend. She's a legend. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really fun.
Oh, that's
really
great.
Nice.
That's
great.
a really good story, man. I love that.
Yeah,
she is a tremendous songwriter. Like, just so beautiful. Such, like, the images that she creates when she writes, it just heartrending and very talented songwriter.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of those moments with different things that I've seen, which have been really good. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. And you still got another week of it nearly.
What day is it now? It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, so 4 more days.
Oh.
Yeah. So that bastard flies around.
That's nice. And you've been working on your judo up there as well. So that's
good. It's my taekwondo. Or taekwondo.
Yeah,
good. Very good.
Yeah, well done. Yep.
Very good. What about you? Other than hanging out with Geordie, and have you been working on Rebel still?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, really good.
You haven't rebelled yet?
No. It is one of those words, isn't it?
Rebel and rebelled.
Yeah.
That what pronounces different or means different things?
Rebel. Yeah. There's no English language is weird.
Even that sense.
And I can't read phonetics. You say rebel, and I say rebel. Oh, man. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, wow.
Stop it. Yep, thanks, man. Here all night. I'm not here all night. I've got to go to work. No, it's coming together. You would recognise this as a phenomenon. I'm involved now in 2 projects that both involve people hopefully committing to it before the event. And it's hard to get people to do that these days. Get people to buy tickets to things.
Yeah, and even 12 months ago when I did that possible thing and how it was.
Yes, dude, 100%.
The last day, I think see, I'm not a last day person.
You're not?
I will miss out. Like I will forget. I won't do it on the last day, and I've noticed that over time I've had that experience where I'm like, I'll get that done, blah blah blah, and then I screw up, and I've learnt now, get it done when it's on your mind.
Yeah, no, I am a last minute person, so I recognise the phenomenon. Like I've had the conversation with 2 people involved in ticketing sides of things, saying, "Oh my God, why won't people just commit?" I said, "No, I'm that person as well. I wait because I might be dead in 2 months. So I don't even buy a driver's license that's more than 3 years old."
Yeah, but that got me in trouble last time. It expired. Should have just done 10 years. What is it? Is it this?
I just invented a magic trick though with a 13-pin Apple cable.
What does it do?
Well, look.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
And then. I'm David Copperfield.
You're odd human.
Oh,
amazing.
Well,
hey,
right?
Back to...
I'm Uri Geller of the Steve Jobs set.
Silly.
Okay, sorry. Why is that, you said, before I invented the magic trick?
Is it because the nature of how people find out about the things that we want them to commit to is so interruptive? So, for example...
No. Go on. Example me.
So let's...
I just live Siri'd you.
All right. So let's say you 2 are coming out on tour, right?
Yep.
And because of the thing that it's a U2 concert, there's a good chance that you will miss out on getting a ticket because they're popular. So they do a pre-sale to get to get people to commit early because it's a pre-sale and it's means that you'll definitely get your ticket. Whereas the kind of things that we're doing is like, well, people know that they're probably not going to miss out because we're not, the things that we're doing aren't U2. And we don't get the bus. So if you 2 are doing a tour, like all the media outlets kind of go, "Oh, U2 are touring, tickets go on sale, blah blah blah." This press release that makes it seem like it's a real big deal. But anything else that we do, it's the press doesn't.
The imperative's not there.
Yeah, and the press doesn't come to the party and make it seem as scarce as they make the other things seem. And by which, we're trying to get people's attention by interrupting them now and now and now and now. And people go, I've got ages to continue to be interrupted by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard one.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to ask you about. Right. So when we had that first attempt at trying to put this together this afternoon,
Uh-huh.
and you said that they'd maybe updated the app.
Mm.
Why the fuck does everything need updating all the time? Why every day that I turn iTunes on are my apps updating? What the hell?
Mm. I don't know why that is.
What does it mean? Does that mean that the developer is continually tweaking and doing new stuff? I don't understand that can possibly be the case.
It's definitely that case for the interactive apps like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, because they're, I think, what did I hear? This could be really out of whack, but I heard that there are, at any point in time, 200 different versions of the Facebook app that they are testing out new things on individual users that use the platform in one way or another. So, for example, my Facebook now, I can't like a Facebook page anymore. My profile is getting a version of Facebook that allows me to follow things. So, whereas it used to be I could like a page.
Yeah.
I can't like a page anymore. I go to the page and it gives me the option to follow, because they're trying to play around with this idea of how they're having issues with Instagram, where it's all about is that the wind in the background? Your curtain blowing open?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
your-
right.
your
Yes,
cat.
that's what it is.
They're trying to get away from the cult of popularity by how many likes and how many followers, right? So now that Instagram are testing with you can't see how many followers someone's got anymore, or you can't see how many likes something has. And I think Facebook are trying to do the same thing, to say, well, you can have as many followers as it wants, and following is good because that's what the page wants. But if we talk about how many likes that something have, there's this kind of stigma that comes with, you don't have as much likes as me, or
Yeah.
So they're trying stuff like that all the time to see how it, because what they want is they want their platform to be, they want their app to be used more. So they're testing out stuff on certain users to see if they're going to roll it out for everybody. I think that's what's happening.
Wow, that's a remarkably insightful explanation as to what
It could all
may be happening.
It could also just be me making shit up, but I do feel like all the updates are to try to see what's going to make that app stickier in people's lives.
Okay. Why does Java always need updating?
Oh, fuck it.
What the hell's Java for?
Don't know what Java does.
Why does Adobe Reader always need updating? What's that all about?
Why have I got gigabytes and gigabytes of updates for fucking Adobe?
I know, right?
Unreal.
What a world. So what's on for you today?
I have 3 gigs to go to tonight, and I've got to learn some songs because tomorrow I have a rehearsal for some busking that I'm doing with Chandel and Fred Hurst.
Cute.
Jada, yeah. So her guitar player backed out maybe the week before Christmas or the week of Christmas, something like that.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'll be up here. So I didn't realise that would mean I would have to learn, a whole bunch of stuff I've never heard before, which is fine. Although, lesson for everybody, lesson for you, if you're a songwriter, right, or if you're a singer who has songs. Here we go. If you're a singer who has original songs, right, you absolutely must provide people with charts for those songs.
Yes.
Because my new mate that I haven't met, JD, has an album, and he's a remarkable singer, incredible voice, and he wants to do some of his own songs during busking, and I have to work out how to play them instead of him just give me a chart because he doesn't have charts.
That's silly.
Well, it's cumbersome, and I've therefore made a bit of a pact.
Is it Benedict cumbersome?
It's definitely cumbersome batch. I've made a resolve that I am no longer going to play guitar for people who don't sing unless it's my project that I want to do. Sorry, I'm not going to play guitar for people who only sing. They don't play. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Like that whole thing of I don't play an instrument. I need you to play guitar for me. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's so much work.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you mean cover gigs as well?
I'm going to do a bit of that too. Yeah. No, I meant mostly original things because I've done a lot of original things lately. But I'm going to be more selective with that too. Yeah. Because it ends up being that because you have to do all that extra work. You have to play the whole gig, which is fine. Like, I don't mind playing the whole gig, but then the other person sits next to you just waiting for their turn to sing the next song.
Yeah.
I'm only going to do that with certain things from now on.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
You watch the avalanche of phone calls I get now for, because when you put something out into the world, like no one who plays guitar or bass or drums is going to call me for a gig in the next 5 years now. It's all going to be people who only sing.
Mate, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, fuck that.
I stand by that.
Yeah, you should stand. You should stand further away from that. Yeah.
Hey, one of our gig people, one of our gigs, I hesitate to use the phrase.
Just in case someone takes it the wrong way.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Bought my cat a couple of prunes.
A couple of what? Prunes?
A couple of gifts.
Oh, I thought you said prunes. It's like, is your cat having trouble shitting?
No, she's not. She's fine.
Great. Couple of gifts.
So a cat toy.
Beautiful.
And a bowl, an enormous bowl, and I was informed that if Scritchy didn't like the bowl, that maybe this person could return it. I said, no, that's okay. That bowl's big enough for me to eat from. So I'm going to have my cereal in that. That's going to be my bowl.
Excellent.
Actually, not. That's one. Don't eat cereal. Two. I've got an Eat Me Crunchy bowl.
Oh, so you can pour the milk in, and then the milk pours off to the side.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I think
milk sits on a little reservoir underneath, and the cereal sits on top of a little platform, and you scoop it off onto that sits on top of 2/3, and then the other third is a little hole where the milk is, and you scoop your cereal into that, so it's still crunchy. And yeah, I kept that in the divorce, so that was nice.
Oh,
she also bought her a collar, and I said, Scritchy doesn't wear collars because she had a bad experience when she was a kitten. When you and I lived together,
yeah.
When she got her paw,
oh yeah,
inside the collar, and then managed to scoop it up far enough that it also got caught around her bottom jaw, and I heard the cat squealing from the other side of the house, and went into the lounge room, and she was rolling around like a little barely visible black and white dervish with her paws stuck in her collar in her face.
Unreal. Angry,
so I had to cut that. So, and the girl said, well, maybe Dom's cat would like it.
That's gold. Can you bring it to the gig on Tuesday?
Oh no! I think she's actually returned. I'm sorry. I'll tell her to bring it to the gig.
Yeah, that would be good. I'd love to see how that went down.
Yeah. So, and I this was all in text message, so it's like, there's been a breakdown in communication. Dom's cat is actually not a cat. Yes, Dom and I both have a cat, but only one of them is actually a cat.
No, they're both cats. Just one of the cats is Scritchy.
And the other one doesn't like wearing a collar.
Well, technically we don't know that. Just because we've never seen it doesn't mean, Remember when those collar necklace things were all the rage for the 90s?
No.
Well, we'll talk about that.
But I had a girl at a gig just recently who who, on the one hand, definitely seemed to, if not be hitting on me, certainly that there was something about me that she liked.
Were you wearing a collar?
Nah, no, I wasn't. She tried to give me one. No, but she did say, I like your eyebrow piercings. Very 90s. So then I couldn't tell whether she liked me or not, whether she was just taking the piss. Because it's not the 90s anymore.
Well, it's like a lot of people have. Yeah, like not that tattoo there. Your other tattoo. No, other side. Show us that tattoo. Show everyone in the world. Yeah, but can you move it?
Yeah, I was making sure you.
So, like, plenty of people have that kind of thing, but like around their arm, like and the barbed wire. It's like, well, yeah, that tattoo is.
But I'm only little. If that was around my arm, it'd go around 3 times.
Well, I'm just saying, but that kind of patterny type thing, which is like, yeah,
Yes.
That's very 90s. Like, not that one. That's more 2000s.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Which is when I got it.
Well, there you go.
In the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's
I
go.
have to go back to work. What are you doing today?
I gotta learn all these songs for this dude who doesn't have fucking charts for his own songs.
Yeah.
Dude, you should hear this guy. JD Smith, his name is.
Okay, we'll look him up.
Chuck him on Spotify. What a voice!
Yeah, wow.
Like a male Shandell voice, like crazy awesome.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait to be standing next to those two. Like, Dom, do you want to sing a song? No, I don't think I do. I barely even want to be playing them. Like, yeah, unbelievable. So
Well done, Sam.
cool. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
In real life, not in Skype life.
No. Good work, mate.
Cool. All right. Send me this audio file, and I'll see if I can sync up the video.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
See you, mate. Love ya.
You're an inspiration, mate. Be safe.
Perspiration. Yeah, it's pretty hot, Tamworth.
Bye.
Like, slide biscuits.